I might not want a wine when I get home. I might want whiskey. So that's a bad example, but my point is I don't need my environment to tell me what to do, how to do it, and to predict what I'm doing. It's like I'm a human being. I have free will, and I'm not going to get to a point where I'm living in a world where there's these embedded sensors predicting, analysing, plotting my moves, and then pitching services to me so they can actually monetize me, like the Minority Report, which is another predictive programming, Tom Cruise. Anyway. Now, if you had a Panasonic toilet and you were on parole for drugs, you're stuffed. What it can do is basically analyse your fecal matter and then send the data to your doctor. So I hope you have friends that can go to the toilet for you. There is another one from Panasonic which has got a heat sensor, and as soon as it sees you enter into the toilet, it assumes that after you've gone to the toilet, you want a cup of coffee, so it boils the jug for you. And then there's, of course, the no homeless person left behind, or all homeless people left behind. It's basically a park bench that monitors the angle at which one is sitting, loitering, so it's got a time sensor, an angle sensor, and if you're loitering, well, it ejects you. And this is happening. This isn't science fiction. This is happening. Panasonic products with sensors. See, and all the women in the room will go, "This is great." I mean, I won't spend any time on it, but you can look it up. How lazy. I mean, God's sakes. Lift the trash can, you know? See, and this is the benefit approach, you know? It's like... Ian's actually selling them in the... Okay, augmented reality. It's a pull technique. It is basically virtual reality at the end of the day. What it does, it overlays data into our real world. So what it comes down to is you'll have your iPhone app and other applications as well, which will tell you, let's say, for example, you know, where your closest pub is, more information on, let's say, a museum. So these sort of applications are very service orientated, and they actually do provide a service, but the thing is, what we need to understand is that they are pulling us more and more into the net. Now, augmented reality is actually, it's moving so fast. I actually changed 2 slides today just for the presentation. So bring this up at your next barbecue, you'll be way ahead of the curve, I'll tell you that much. Just bring up augmented reality, you'll sound really smart. You've got different apps. You've got Chris Angel. I know there's a new song by John Mayer as well that uses augmented reality. Just YouTube that. But we'll show you an example. Now, when you're watching this as well, just view this from the hive mind cyborg agenda of creating perfect worker drones. Terminator glasses.
Release 2 screws.
See, it's pacing him as well on how quickly to work.
Next step.
Remove intake duct.
Now, if you're a mechanic and you work for BMW, you don't know this, you should be sacked.
Next step.
fifth line.
Okay, enough of that. Okay, this one was just today. This actually, imagine you're a kid, how cool this is.
Genio is your new link to the world. Place 3D objects into the real world. Make your reality more dynamic. Share the new reality with everybody. With augmented reality, dinosaurs still walk the earth.
No, they don't. It's not reality. This is the point. It's a lie. They're trying to pervert what is reality to mesh it
Learn
into a
more about
virtual world.
places in a completely new way just by being there. Genio knows the neighborhood, even if you have never been there before.
See, the average person would just go and
Cool moments
investigate
wherever you
what is
are.
actually in the city, you know. Okay, enough of that. Okay, just quickly, how it all works is basically you have a body sensor network, person-to-person interaction, environment interactions, object-to-sensor interactions, so everything is communicating with everything, right? So what they're trying to do is basically make everything electronically aware. How will this happen? You have new technologies, Epoch headset for Harry Potter game. I don't know if any of you have children that play World of Warcraft. Well, they're doomed. The next version of that will start having the emoting over the net. So if someone steals your +20 Vorpal blade, you can then emit or emote rage that he has stolen your treasures, and that's where it's moving. Now, what we need to understand is this demographic will take this up. There's not a doubt about it. And it is predictive programming to then get you used to the next stage, which is the brain chip. You've got the HAL suit, and Japan's obviously, they've always been very pro technology. We mentioned this, this is a Sensei project. I mean, look at the companies behind it: Siemens, Mitsubishi, Ericsson, IBM, SAP, Nokia. There is this perception in the market that you've got these IT giants and they're all like Google's fighting Microsoft. No, they're not. They're not. They all work together. There's some contracts that they do compete for, but at the end of the day, the contracts are really given to the company that has the most proficiency in it, and they work. I mean, I don't want to use the word New World Order, but there is a New World Order in the tech giants. They're the ones that actually operate above governments. So IBM, for example, to give you an idea on the sensors, the IBM has the sensors for the US, they have the sensors for Australia, and they have the sensors for Communist China. So you tell me whether that breaks down any barriers between countries. You have a company that operates above countries.